We go to great lengths to find you these properties, and today we hiked all the way out to North Barrington to this wonderful wooded lakefront setting where there's a house that sits up on the hill overlooking this wonderful natural splendor, built in 1974 by an architect who lived in it, who made it sort of a country cottage. And then 25 years later, the next owners, our sellers, expanded and renovated the house. It still has that natural feeling. It's much more contemporary, but surrounded by this woodland setting. Let's go on inside and we'll see how it feels in there. Susan Thies is the agent on this house that fits so well into the woods. I was so comfortable out there. And then when we come in here, Susan, we're surrounded by the trees.
That's true. The reason is that this home was built by a modernist architect, and the modernist architecture platform involves integrating the exterior of the home with the interior of the home. A natural setting is very important. So the entire home has been designed and situated on this parcel so that it pulls in views from the outside and it flows to the outside as well.
Oh, that's terrific. Now we know it was his own home, and what your sellers, who are not the architect of the house, told me is that when they got here in the early 90s, it felt more like a cabin, lots of wood in here, and what we're looking at was the entire first floor. Expanded, but originally this dining room was the kitchen, this music room was the dining room. It would have felt like a very snug little space, now very large and gracious, owing in large part to the addition they made of this kitchen off to the side.
They actually worked with the architect, who is Albert Eichstadt, and they worked with him to design the home, to expand it. They renovated it, they brought it down to the studs, completely redid the home, and added on a very large area. So it's all in keeping with his original design plan.
That's great. Let's talk a little bit about that kitchen and family room. The kitchen is great. It's real expansive. It opens out to the wooded surroundings, and the island has got to be a half-mile long.
It's a very long island. They like to entertain, so they wanted the entire kitchen and family room to work as a unit so that they could entertain comfortably large groups of people, and they could end up flowing into and out of the terraced area as well. So it operates beautifully for that. It's professionally applianced. It's got gorgeous cabinetry and miles of granite counters.
Well, and you know, when you say it works as a unit, that's an interesting concept, because it does. It feels, when sitting in the family room, as if you are sitting with the people who are out on the deck, and vice versa. It feels like one room that is part indoors and part out. That's terrific. Now, while we're talking about the improvements, why don't we go up to the bedroom floor, because we can show how the bedrooms used to look, or give an example of how the bedrooms used to look and what they look like now. Should we go on up?
Surely.
Great. All right, so the reason to come out here is not only that it's a very, very beautiful day, but to show that this would have been something like the approach to the bedrooms in the original layout of the house, right? Though they were inside, they were catwalks like this. I'm sure it was fun, but it was probably a little funky. And what your sellers did when they bought the house 20 years ago is they converted the bedrooms really nicely.
They did. They took the two main bedrooms, which are up here now, and expanded them. So it used to be 3 bedrooms. It's now 2 large guest ensuite bedrooms with walk-in closets, Jerusalem limestone flooring, maple book-matched cabinetry, gorgeous views of nature from all the windows.
And rather than coming in on a catwalk, you just come down a hallway, which
Absolutely.
is probably a little more fun. But then one thing that's interesting is it was pretty snug, those 3 bedrooms. And again, the addition that they made expanded it dramatically. Your seller told me that what they wanted was a nice big master suite. And here in this wing, that's what they got.
In fact, they did. This master bedroom suite feels to me like a luxurious retreat in some very prime resort that you might go to. The master bedroom is lovely with its own fireplace and gorgeous views. The master bathroom suite has a long vanity, double sinks, again, book-matched cabinetry, granite countertops, and then there is 2 walk-in closets. There is a glass-walled sauna, which is very unusual in a home. There is a steam shower, which I think could probably hold a family of 12.
If you wanted to do that.
If you wanted to do that, that's right. And then there's a beautiful 2-person hot tub looking over the woods, gorgeous private views.
Oh, that's terrific. That looks out into the woods that are on the other side of the house. Correct. But then we come back to this balcony right off the master bath, and we get the view out here over the grounds, the pool, the terrace, nice gardens surrounding the house, but then the real payoff is this wooded setting.
It's a gorgeous setting. It's peaceful, serene, and it feels very much like a tree house.